Hi all, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to discuss about another topic which is Raspberry Pi, which comes under the subject Internet of Things. So what is Raspberry Pi? Raspberry Pi is a debit card sized low cost computer that connects to a computer desktop or TV and uses a standard mouse and keyboard. So it has a dedicated processor, memory, and a graphics driver just like a PC. So let's get into the introduction of what is really a Raspberry Pi. So introduction to Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is a small, affordable computer that can be used for a variety of projects. So it also comes with a operating system that is Raspberry Pi OS, a modified version of Linux. So it was created by the Raspberry Pi Foundation to promote teaching of basic computer science in schools. And Raspberry Pi has gained popularity for its versatility and case of use in DIY electronics projects. That is, DIY means do it yourself electronic projects. So, Raspberry is a very cheap computer that runs a Linux, but it also provides a set of GPIO, that is, general purpose input output pins. So it controls electronic components for physical computing and explores the Internet of Things. So let's get into the hardware layout of Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi board features various hardware components, just like GPIO pins for connecting external devices. That is, GPIO is general purpose input or output pins. So it has USB ports for connecting peripherals such as keyboards, mouse, and storage devices. And the board also includes HDMI and audio ports for connecting to displays and speakers. About the Raspberry Pi board. So the Raspberry Pi board is a credit card size single board computer as we discussed, and it is powered by a Broadcom system on chip, that is SoC, which includes a CPU, GPU, and a RAM. The board runs on a variety of operating systems, including Linux-based distributions like Raspbian. The Raspberry Pi uses a Broadcom BCM 2837 SoC with a quad-core ARM Cortex A53 CPU. So it also features a video core 4 GPU, which is capable of handling HD video playback and basic graphics processing. So let's talk about the RAM and storage. So Raspberry Pi boards can come with varying amounts of RAM, typically ranging from 1 GB to 4 GB. So they do not have built-in storage but rely on micro SD cards for booting and storing the operating system and data. So users can expand storage capacity by using external USB drivers or network attached storage. Let's get into the connectivity options of Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi board offers various connectivity options, including Ethernet for wired networking. It also has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities for wireless communication. Users can connect to the internet or other devices using these connectivity options. The display and audio. Raspberry Pi boards supports HDMI output for connecting to monitors and TVs. They also have a 3.5 mm audio jack for connecting headphones or speakers so that users can enjoy multimedia content and audio playback using these output options. GPIO pins, that is general purpose input or output pins. The Raspberry Pi board allows for interfacing with external devices and components using GPIO. They can be used for projects involving sensors, LEDs, motors, and more. GPIO pins provide a way to expand the capabilities of the Raspberry Pi for custom projects. The power supply. Raspberry Pi boards requires a 5 volt micro USB power supply for operation. It is important to use a power supply that can deliver sufficient current to the board so that users could be cautious of power requirements when connecting peripherals to avoid system instability. Operating systems for Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi supports a variety of operating systems with Raspbian being the official distribution. Other popular options include Ubuntu Mate, Kali Linux, and RetroPie for gaming. So users can choose the operating system that best suits their needs and project's requirements. The software development for Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi is a versatile platform for software development like languages like Python, C or C++, and Java. So these are the supporting languages used in Raspberry Pi. It is commonly used for programming objects, IoT applications, and educational purposes. The Raspberry Pi community provides resources and tutorials for learning to code on the platform. Education and learning. So Raspberry Pi has been widely adopted in educational settings to teach programming and electronics. It is used in schools to introduce students to computer science concepts and hands-on projects. The affordability and accessibility of Raspberry Pi make it an ideal tool for learning and experimentation. So it can be used for education and learning purposes as well. DIY projects. Raspberry Pi is popular among hobbyists and DIY enthusiasts for creating a wide range of projects. So projects can include home automation, media centers, weather stations, and more. The Raspberry Pi community showcases a variety of project ideas and tutorials for inspiration. So how Raspberry Pi can describe Internet of Things. So a Raspberry Pi is a common choice for IoT projects due to its small size, low cost, or connectivity options. So it can be used to build IoT devices for home automation, remote monitoring, and data collection. The Raspberry Pi's versatility makes it well suited for exploring IoT applications as well. Raspberry Pi used for robotics and automation. Raspberry Pi can be used as a brain of robots and automated systems. It interfaces well with sensors, motors, and other components necessary for robotics projects. Robotics enthusiasts can leverage the power of Raspberry Pi for building custom project robots and automation solutions. Raspberry Pi used for commercial applications. Raspberry Pi is not limited to hobbyist and educational use as it has found its way into commercial applications as well. It is used in industrial automation, digital signage, kiosks, and embedded systems. The affordability and flexibility of Raspberry Pi make it a cost-effective solution for various commercial projects. Limitation and consideration. So while powerful Raspberry Pi has limitations in terms of processing power and memory compared to traditional computers, it may not be suitable for high performance tasks like video editing or gaming. So users should be mindful of the capabilities and limitations of Raspberry Pi when planning projects. Future of Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi Foundation continues to innovate and release new models with improved features and performance. The future iterations may feature faster processors, more RAM, and enhanced connectivity options. Raspberry Pi's impact on education, DIY projects, and commercial applications is expected to grow in the coming years. So that's it for the topic Raspberry Pi. Thank you, one and all.